When setting up Whole Studio Manager, you want to consider if you have more than one location. So I don't just mean physical location when I'm talking about location. It also might be if you want to have a separate calendar available for in-person classes versus online classes. So at a minimum, you need to create one location. And we would do that by going setting categories and then class locations as our drop down here. Now, before I show you how to create a location or change one, I want to show you where this can be used. So when I go into settings and I start to type location, I can see that I can add, show, or not show multiple different places in this software. I can show it when I'm in the calendar. I can show it when I'm in the student side. I can show it when I'm just listing a general class. So this gives you the option to turn it on and off multiple different places. So when I have it turned on to show in a class, it would actually show in this description. Where it will always show is whatever location you will create will show on this left-hand side in calendar. So this is where you can actually see different calendar views or see what's scheduled. In the student side, you can choose to show or not show location. So that gives you an idea of different places it can be shown. Now, the other place, when you're creating a class, you will always select a location. So be aware that you're creating it to be able to enter in when you're creating a class, and then it will always show on your admin calendar on the left side as how you filter, but then you also have the option to turn it on multiple other places if you want it to be seen. Now, how do I create it? First, I would come into this new category. I would select the new category. I would say my location name, and then the order is where it's going to show up on this drop down. The higher the number, the lower it's going to be. One is going to be at the top. I would then type my order, and I'm going to ignore the icon settings for shape, shape color, letter, and letter color. We don't use this for location. We only use that for member category. So after I've selected the category, class, location, typed the name, and typed the order, I'm going to save. And I can now see that I've added a class location. Then when I come into my calendar and I refresh, I can now see the location I just created. So this is a way for me to be able to filter different classes depending on location. Now, when I come into the class and I refresh it, I will also be able to see that I could select the location for that. I would encourage you not to go too crazy with location. In general, you don't want to have locations that either aren't physical locations or online locations. If you have more than two locations, definitely talk to us as you're setting it up to make sure that we're setting everything up correctly. If you have more than one location that is a physical location, definitely make sure you talk to us to make sure that we are setting up your payment processing correct. Some companies have multiple physical locations, but only one payment processor, while others might need multiple payment processors. So if you have more than one class location, do talk to us. Now, if I want to edit a class location at any time, I can change the name here and I can change the order and save, and it will save it. Or if I want to archive it and no longer have it listed, I would click the trash can. At no time will it delete it, it will just archive it. Then if I want to show my archived items, I'm going to go to the right-hand side, or I can go back to active. And that is how we create locations. Remember, you must create a single location no matter what. And then if you have more than that, definitely talk to Whole Studio Manager help to make sure that we're setting everything up the way that's best for your company.